Guys, at it again. Just a quick little Saturday afternoon. There's a little add on. I saw the very popular best roast beef sandwich. It was just a little short, but I'm gonna smoke this little sirloin roast. And we got some fresh bread coming in the oven. So let me put this aside and I'll show you the bread. Okay, guys, let's check on this homemade bread here. We have to be quick. It's a little tricky. Let's take a look at our Dutch oven real quick. Okay, needs a little more time under there before I take the cover off the brown. See you soon. Okay, guys, I had to add another 5 minutes. Let's see. We have to be quick. Let's see if we can, we'll take that lid off. It should be a golden brown, and then we'll keep the lid off for 30 minutes to get it to brown. Let's see. Oh, it's perfect. Okay, lid off. Back in the oven. We'll turn down the heat. 420. And give it another couple minutes, and we'll be back. Okay, guys, let's take a look. I think it's just about time to pull. Let's see if I can get it with one hand. Yeah, that's the crispiness I want for a sandwich. I don't want to go too dark. I would go darker. Oh, I forgot to cut the middle with a scissor. Otherwise, she would have expanded a little bit and been more of a nice. But that's okay. That's what's good about home cooking. It's different all the time. Little variety. And that's just moving right along. So let's get it right out because we want to get it right off the heat and right onto a cooling rack. And this method is just unbelievable for making bread. I mean, and you'll see that's just dry flour on the bottom, easy to clean up. And it's just amazing. And that's just flour, yeast, salt, and water. It's a daily bread. And it's beautiful. We'll talk about how to make it some other time. Plenty of videos on the internet if you want to look it up. Now let's get to the beef. It does our body good. I'm talking beef. It does our body real good. Okay, guys. While this bread rests, that can rest quite a while, we're going to get this in the smoker. That's going to be our roast beef. That'll only take about 45 minutes and rest for a couple hours so we can slice it on the slicer. Let me show you the smoker. Okay, guys, let's approach the smoker. Let's pull it. It's definitely time to pull it. No more heat for sure. You see, I got an insulated blanket on it. A little cold here in the Northeast. And let's see what we got for this roast of beef. Oh, boy, let me get a good look. Yeah, that's perfect. Perfect for the slicer. Got a nice little bark on it. Okay, so I can definitely handle it because I'm used to handling hot stuff. So, and it was only cooked at 250. So let me get this inside. Okay, guys. So this roast beef is going to rest now. It's got to rest. It's got to rest a minimum of a couple hours. A couple hours. At least a couple hours. But we got some good bark. Because we're going to slice it on the deli slicer for the roast beef sandwich. Okay? No worries. It's going to be good as a pud. Okay, guys, I'm going to spare you of all the boring cutting up. I'm just going to cut this roast beef. I took the strings off and it's ready to cut. And plated right there, ready to cut, coming off the slicer. And it is ready to go. And it's even got a bark. Look at that. Smoked. Beautiful. Let me get to it. Okay, guys, let's go around the horn here real quick. Show you the ingredients to the ultimate roast beef sandwich. We have our nicely sliced tomatoes on the slicer, our fresh green lettuce, fresh onions. Wish I had red. I'd prefer red, but white is all I had. Our beef done to perfection. Most everybody would like that color. It's not too rare. It's not too done. I saved the bits off the ends. These are the ends. You could put little ends in the sandwich itself. The cheese. Now, I like the Cooper cheese. It melts really easy. I get it from the deli. Cooper cheese. I like a little quality unsalted potato chips. Of course, when you bring out the best, you got to bring out the best. It's either Hellmann's or Duke's. Here's the fresh bread, baked today. It's been sitting. I'll carve it up, and then I'll show you when it all comes together. Little beer to wash it down. And a little kimchi pickles on the side. This is very interesting. This has got probiotics in it, and it will actually help digest the gluten and flour that's in the bread. It feeds off that. So it's pretty good. So let me get it all together. I'll see you soon. Okay, guys, let's assemble this puppy. We're going to make 2 different kinds of sandwiches. One I've never really made before. I've cut the bread, and what I really like is the holes right here. Okay, the holes where we can lay mayonnaise down in there. So let's get started out with that first. Let's get a nice glob of mayo and distribute it evenly. See how it just... Get it down in them holes. Get it down in them holes. Not to put so much, but you know. Be a good tablespoon each side, I'll tell you. Down in them holes, watch when you spread it. It disappears, man. Goes right down in that bread. We can get a little more on the edge there. Okay. Now we got to build. So... let's get a little roast of beef on each side of the bread. Look at this roast of beef, huh? Just one little layer. Don't forget we're building. Now, what I like to do is I like to add a little tomato right in there. That's that sliced tomato. And build the next layer of flavor with a little bit of that cheese. Get them onions. I like onions on my roast beef, and a lot of them, so make it your own. And a nice piece of lettuce. So I'm going to cut this lettuce in half, like this. Kind of get it on there. All right, and close it up with the roast of beef. Close it up with the roast of beef, okay? Just close that sandwich right up. You got your cheese. And if you want a little more cheese, you can. I think I'm going to do a little more cheese on this side. Try to lay it out flat. Cover that. Now that's beautiful. Okay? That's beautiful. Okay. I like a little... Now, don't forget this was seasoned already, but I still, with the roast beef, I like a little salt. Just a touch of black powder. Just a touch for me. You make it your own. And let's see what we did here. I forgot. Okay, so now we got to put it together. Put it together just like that. Get it all nice. Now look at that. Now, there's a little trick. Now look at that. That's beautiful, right? I think I want a little more onion on mine. Just a little bit. This is mine, so you make it your own. And then we're going to take some wax paper. We're going to get this wax paper on there like that. Just kind of wrap it nice and tight. This is actually pretty important. And I'm not going to get fancy about it like a deli would. I could. I know the folds. But it's just me. Get it together. And get that cut. Now while that's together, just cut it in half. And I'll even let that rest for a good 10 minutes. Okay? Nice, right? And you can put more meat on if you want, less meat on, more cheese, whatever you want. Make it your own. But I know what's in there. I don't want it to all fall apart. So let's get this plated. We're going to put it on a nice little plate, just like this. Homemade. Remember I said we're going to serve it with some pickles, with those kimchi pickles. It's got probiotics in it. It'll help digest that bread. Remember, it's just yeast and salt and flour. That's it. Not very good for a diabetic. Get some kimchi pickles on the side. And then I like to... Where'd they go? Okay, right there. I like the unsalted chips. So we'll put a little of them on the side. They got some nice crunch. The Kettle brand, whatever your supermarket carries. You know? And there we go. There we go. The ultimate roast beef. And now we'll do the taste test, so hold on. Okay, guys, let's get this unwrapped and see. I gotta get going here. Okay. Let's see. All right, I gotta just get a bite right there. Well, the bread is definitely soft. And the meat is perfect. You notice when I take a bite, I can bite through it and it's so soft that it just breaks away from the other piece. So, I like to put a little extra cheese on the side. If I want to, you know, the chips that go with it. Gives it that perfect little crunch. And, of course, our kimchi pickles. Like, after you take a bite of this, and then this, when you take a bite of this, it almost like cleans your tongue. And it's got great probiotics in it. And it cleans your palate. So you can do another round. I think I like a little cheese. Take a little bite of that and get back to this sandwich. Could have used a little more meat on this end. But hey, that's the thing about homemade, man. Every time is different, and that's what makes it so good. The bread is amazing, by the way. I know I shouldn't be eating it, but I am. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed Ultimate Roast Beef Sandwich. I will see you soon.